This is Series 1, Episode 96. Today is the 5th of December 2021, and this is my weekend stock market update. I'll start the video talking about the general market, as I always do, and then I'm going to start talking about some individual stocks and focusing on the Chinese market, because there's some negative news around Chinese stocks at the moment. Here's my disclaimer. Everything I talk about in this video is for informational purposes only. If you decide to take action upon that information, that is your decision. You are responsible for all of your trading decisions. Okay, here's the Nasdaq daily chart. I talked about this support level. I think last week I think price is going to try and make its way down to this level. I said that in episode 95. What did it do? It's come down to the support, and immediately we see some buyers coming in on Friday. Does that mean the Nasdaq is about to rally? No, it does not. We guys are in a confirmed downtrend until further notice across the board. This is a very important level. I want to see what happens, and if I see a turning point, I will try and do a video as quickly as I can, but until I see that turning point, we are going to see further selling. That's as simple as that. But I do expect to see some kind of support here and a possible signal for a reversal up. I do not see it yet, so I have a very keen eye on this Nasdaq daily chart. On the Dow Jones daily, I talked about this 61.8% fibber level. I talked about how it held there. It rallied as I expected it to, but unfortunately the following day it sold off and continued selling down to this 76.4 level. So downtrend on the Dow Jones until further notice, although I can see signs of life, but I'll talk about that in a separate video. At the moment, downtrend, Nasdaq and the Dow Jones. Over to the S&P 500 now. Again, last week I talked about this level. I even drew this red box in here to say where I believe price was going. Well, look what's happened. Price touched this box that I already drew in last week, rallied, so there's lots of buyers came back into the market at that point. Then immediately the following day on Friday, sellers came back in. Lots of indecision there, but again a very important level on the S&P 500. So I'm looking for signs of life here. I don't see them yet. So of course this could go one of two ways, up or down. At the moment it's a confirmed downtrend, as I keep saying, until further notice. But we are coming up to Christmas. We may see a Santa rally. I don't see it yet, guys. I'm just trying to find the point where this might turn. At the moment, I don't see it. So I cannot take any buying opportunities until I see life, because this could just bash straight through this support and just make a huge nosedive from here, because it's such critical level. So very important levels now to watch on the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. Now this is a time, guys, where you as a trader, if you're trading, this is where you will be tested, because you're either using your money management rules or you're not. If you're over leveraging yourselves on stocks, you are going to feel significant pain at the moment, and that is really important why you need to remember your money management. 5% per trade maximum. Let's have a look at the fear in the market. Over to the VIX. I talked about this last week as well. I said if we stay above this 25 level, that would be a concerning sign for me, and we're staying above it. So it's concerning. This shows fear in the market, lots of fear and volatility. So bear that in mind. There is lots of fear. We are, however, at those critical support levels, so we need to be paying really close attention now. Don't start panic selling. You just need to be wary that the market does these things. We could see further selling, but we could see buying. We just don't know yet. But fear in the market is on the increase according to the VIX, the volatility index. Let me show you some big name stocks. You just can't hide from it, guys. Look at DocuSign. A 40% drop on Friday. 40%. Terrible. And that's a really strong stock, because their earnings report was horrendously bad. So it just feels like you can't hide anywhere without you feeling some pain. So it depends on which stocks you're in. You're going to probably be feeling pain at the moment. DocuSign, Adobe, another really strong stock. Look at that, sell off. Netflix, sell off. So I could look at stocks all day long, guys, and show you all the selling. But I think you're aware that we're in a very nasty a pullback at the moment, and it could be more serious. We just don't know. Let me talk about Silvergate, because I owned this stock at one point. Now, guys, I was really transparent. I said I'm in this trade. It rallied again for the second attempt of breaking out. It started coming down, and I put in the comment section on that video, and I said I'm out of the trade because I do not like this fact that it's just not breaking out because of this COVID news. And I'm glad I did, and it's tanked. So you shouldn't be in this trade now. If you are, then that's up to you. I'm out of it. I got out around $208, I think it was, around there somewhere. So luckily I made a small profit, and I'm glad I got out of that trade. The COVID news is just messing this trade up. Otherwise this was a perfectly valid trade, and it's one to watch for the future. Other stock, I actually still own this stock, Freeport, ticker symbol FCX. Now this is entirely up to you if you want to hold this. I like this support. I like the fact we've got this moving average here. I like the fact that there's an infrastructure bill that's been passed, and this is likely to benefit from that. So I'm staying in Freeport, and I did warn people if you were to get in on this trade, it's more of a longer term position. But that's entirely up to you how you position yourselves. I can't tell you how to trade. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Really, if price starts going down to that level there, you probably want to consider getting out if you're in this trade. But again, I can't tell you how to trade. I can't give you advice. I'm just showing you what you might want to consider doing if you're in that trade. But for me, I'm perfectly happy with it at the moment. Okay, I'm going to focus on Chinese stocks now. So Alibaba, horrible sell-off, further selling. I own this stock, bought it around here. I'm not too worried, and I said I was looking at trying to add to the position. I haven't added to this position yet because, guys, we've got some really bad news that's come out now about Chinese stocks. So DiDi, the ride-hailing app, the equivalent of Uber for China, they've said they are going to delist from the US and relist in the Hong Kong stock market. So that has panicked investors around the world when it comes to Chinese stocks, including Alibaba. So if you're in Alibaba, you're feeling pain, but it just isn't just Alibaba. Look at Alibaba, NIO. I own this NIO. I saw this basing pattern, and I've talked about this all before, and I really like the look of NIO, and like I say, I own it. And then this news comes out, very nasty for NIO. Li Auto, look at that. But guys, I talked about Li Auto here at $30. I said it was a really nice buying opportunity because of the round number. And there was 20%, easily 20% to be made on that trade. I was in it, I got out, as I already indicated previously, but there was 20% on the table there. But then that DiDi news came out, and look at that nasty drop. Chinese stocks are getting hit very badly now. Same with XPeng. I talked about a buy at $45, didn't quite get it. It almost hit it here, but not quite. But that rallied as well. Another nice trade there that I talked about previously. Again, this news in China about Chinese stocks has hit this stock as well. So I could talk about lots of Chinese stocks. They're all getting hit now because of the DiDi saying they want to leave the US and relist in Hong Kong. So lots of horrible news coming out at the moment, guys, and you need to make decisions on your own stocks and your own portfolio. Let me have a look at Tesla. Because Tesla, at $1,000, that is a very strong support level. Because it's a round number, you have this key support here, represented by this horizontal line, and this moving average coming up. Does it mean you should buy Tesla? No, it does not mean that. It means you should be watching Tesla for a possible buying opportunity if you wanted to. I'm not buying it, I don't like it, it's $1,000, it's too much. So I'm not interested personally, but I'm just showing you that Tesla may hold here. Now, a stock I am watching is this one, Asana. The reason I like this stock is because I use their software every day, and it's really, really good. Now, I'm watching Asana for a possible buying opportunity at $50. I'm not saying you should buy Asana at $50. I'm saying I'm watching it to see what it does if price makes its way down to $50. And then I might buy that for the longer term because I use the software every day, and I think it's really, really good. And so I think this is a longer term investment if I can see it at this level. Huge sell-off, just like everything, guys. You just can't hide from any of this. Look at it. Nasty, nasty, nasty drop. Palantir. I own this stock. You can see I've put some drawings on here because in the past this $20 level has been a nice area of support. It's still good, and I have added to my position. Just so I'm open and honest with you, I now have a bigger chunk of money on Palantir now, a sizable amount of money into Palantir. So I'm holding it for the longer term though. All this noise, and if it drops, it drops. But I like the $20 level. This very, very strong support there. That I'm feeling some pain on it, and it may go lower. I just don't know. But I do have a significant amount of my portfolio on Palantir Technologies for the longer term, just so that I'm open and honest with you. If you want to get into Palantir, entirely up to you. This could easily go lower. Just don't know. We need to be watching that Nasdaq chart and the S&P 500 for a turnaround. Finally, uranium. Now, last week I talked about uranium again, saying that this ETF. I said keep an eye on the ETF URA, because that will tell you, or at least show you, what uranium is doing. Because I know a lot of people have been jumping into uranium recently, and this is where I was talking about it, saying I like this price bar. Said I want to see some follow through. We got a little bit of a follow through, but then the price action was indecisive again. And then I've drawn this trend line in just to show you. You probably want to draw this in. Possibly add URA to your watch list if you haven't already, because that will show you what the uranium market's doing. Draw this trend line like I have done, and if you start seeing price making its way, breaking through this trend line, then it might be an opportunity to add to your uranium positions. I'm very nervous about uranium now because it's cyclical, so it's energy, so it can go up and down very fast. But if you're in uranium, you're probably going to be feeling some pain. I can't see the buying opportunity now. It keeps hitting this trend line, so it may continue. It might just keep doing this. I just don't know what it's going to do. But uranium, this is such an important ETF because that's tracking the uranium stocks. So get that on your radar. I've talked about it a number of times, trying to warn people. But there it is, guys. It's horrible at the moment, but this is part of trading, and this is why you need to have your money management rules, and why it's not for everybody. Lots of people, I see lots and lots of videos, people buying the dip. Eventually that mentality will fail, and people will lose the shirts off their backs because they haven't used correct money management rules. There we go, guys. There's my analysis. As the markets adapt and show me different signs, I will do a video and show you what I'm seeing. So all the best. I know it's a terrible time at the moment, but that is the trading game you're in. If you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe, and please comment, and I'll speak to you in another video very soon.